Video is brought to you by Chemistry, bringing people together since 1871.
Hey everybody, Samantha and Sean here, and welcome to science class.
Today we'll be learning about matter, physical properties and change, chemical properties and change, elements and compounds, and many more.
That's right, Sam. Let's start with atoms. Atoms are the building blocks of all matter. They are so small, you can't even see them, not even with a microscope. And if you have a lot of atoms, you make a molecule. If you want an organic molecule, you have to look through the molecules of organisms, which usually contain carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. Really? You could have waited? Sorry about that. Now, as we were saying before, we were rudely interrupted. Organic molecules are usually comprised of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and some others, too.
That's so cool,
Isn't it?
So, I have a question. What's the little number thing on the top of the element symbol?
That, Sam, is the atomic number. The atomic number represents the number of protons and electrons.
What? Electro what? Oh, what?
Protons and electrons. Protons, neutrons, and electrons are what make up an atom. They're called subatomic particles.
So things are smaller than atoms?
Yes, the protons give positive charges, and the neutrons give neutral charges. The electrons give negative charges. The nucleus of an atom is made out of protons and neutrons. The nucleus is at the center of an atom.
What about the electrons?
The electrons orbit around the nucleus.
How far is it orbiting?
Well, put it this way. If the nucleus was about the size of your fist, which is not, you'd have to travel 500 meters to get to the nearest electron would orbit.
Are you telling me atoms are just empty space?
That's right, Sam. Hey everybody, Sam had to run out for a little bit, but she left me these papers here with some questions on it. Okay, now we last left off with electrons. Now remember, the electrons orbit the nucleus, and if they were about the size of your fist, they're 500 meters away. Okay, so what she asked was, she gets atoms and molecules, but she didn't know about elements and compounds. Okay, well, the elements are substances that are made out of one type of atoms. There are over 100 known elements, and they're all listed on the periodic table of elements. And the compounds are substances made out of two or more elements. Alright, but remember, atoms can't be trusted. They make up everything.
Hello everyone, I'm Professor Smartman, and this is my assistant, and we will teach you about matter.
So all matter has mass and takes up space. It has physical and chemical properties and change.
Yup, physical properties is something that can be observed. The chemical properties is something that can't be observed without changing the identity of the substance or the molecular structure.
What about the change? What about the changes stuff?
Here, I'll show you with two examples of each. Oh, that's a physical change. And let's say I rip it in half. That's a physical change.
Your mustache is dead.
Rest in peace, mustache.
So
It was a good one. What the heck?
So would this be chemical?
You mean if the mustache changed colors? Yes, then it would become a chemical change. Well, okay now.
One last question. What's a chemical reaction?
When one or more atoms arrange to form a new product.
Just to be clear, reaction means starting substance in a chemical reaction.
That is correct.
Wow, I've learned so much today.
Me too.
See you next time.
This has been Mr. Smartman and Mrs. Dumblady. See you next time. It was a good good mustache.
Mustaches were harmed in the making of this video.